Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, your host, Dan Hafner, joining you here this morning. It is Wednesday morning, January 23rd. Today's topic is this: welcome to the Zander Zone. Like that little voice? From the movie Triple X. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. The reason I am titling that show that is because I saw that movie on last night and I just happened to turn it on, and it was at that zone or at that part of the movie where, if you've never seen it, the bad guy's brother, they're in the bar and he's, welcome to the Zander Zone. And I just got a kick out of it. And then it got me thinking, as a lot of things do that I see these days, about what the actual Zander Zone was, right? So if you've never seen the movie, you probably live under a rock, but a quick summary of it, as far as the Zander Zone goes, Vin Diesel is this character that is very illegal, very badass, does a bunch of crazy stuff, jumps off a building, steals stuff, does a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And he would always video it and capture it online, go viral, all this type of stuff, right? And his signature line was, welcome to the Zander Zone, right? And the more I got to thinking about this, the more it was awesome, because he had this entire brand, right? Like, that was his thing. It was this self-absorbed zone where he would enter and invite other people to enter into. And it was like this zone of focus and intensity and craziness, and just like, this is what I'm doing. It's nuts. And I'm just doing it, right? And the more I sat back and thought about that, I thought, wow, that's freaking awesome, right? Because, how often in your life do you ever sit back and say, welcome to the whatever your name is zone? You know what I mean? Like, how often do you sit back and think, like, what if I had a zone like that? What if I could create that mentality for myself where, I'm walking into whatever situation I'm in and I'm like, welcome to the Dan Hafner Zone. Like, I should start my show like this. I might even switch it up. You know what I mean? But you get the concept that I'm getting at, right? Like, it's putting you in this mentality, in this place of pure just power and intensity and focus. Like, this is what I'm doing, and the hell with anyone that thinks otherwise, right? Like, that's, I think, partly an attitude that all of us should have. And not for everything, obviously not for that type of illegal stuff, but you know what I'm saying, right? And I wanted to bring in a quote. I used to do these quotes every day. I haven't in a while, but I was just flipping through the apps on my phone and found this one here. And I want to read this quote for you today because it's pretty, it kind of ties into this as well. So the quote is this: life is magical when we are bold and have the courage to move forward into the unknown rather than backwards into security. Isn't that awesome? That's the Zander Zone, right? Being willing to move forward into the unknown. He didn't know what was going to happen. Like, he knew what he wanted to do, but like, it was just this zone of just, I am 100% focused. It's adrenaline. It's craziness. I am putting everything into this moment, right? So my question for you, my challenge for you today is this: how can you start to cultivate a mindset of your zone, right? Like, what can you do to start pumping yourself into this zone of, this is my domain, I own this, and this is what I am going to do End of story. Right? That is my question and my challenge for you today. What can you start to do to get into your own zone? As always, thank you all for joining. That's going to wrap up today's show. Highly encourage you to go ahead and take this challenge, start getting into this zone of whatever it is. Welcome to the Dan Hafner zone. Hope you guys got a kick out of today's show. As always, really appreciate you guys listening in. Head over to the Facebook page, Run Your Day Facebook page, and feel free to contribute. Invite anyone to like this page. I would always appreciate a review on the Apple iTunes store. Really helps the visibility of this show, and will grow it as well. As always, thank you all for joining. Get in your zone today and kick some ass. Dan Hafner signing off. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.